From Fleet's Patrick Cox on 83 minutes made for a difficult last period of this game for Wimborne Town before they finally emerged 2-1 winners over the bottom of the league team, and it didn't help when the referee found from somewhere 5 added minutes. But Wimborne held out for a good win, a better win than this looks on paper, because despite being bottom of the league, well, Wimborne will play many worse teams than Fleet today. They never gave up, they ran their hearts out, and if they had scored an equaliser late on, nobody would have begrudged them it. But it was Wimborne that came away with the points, courtesy of 2 cracking second half goals. On 50 minutes, Mark Gamble picked up the ball in his own half, ran strongly down the inside left channel, holding off 2 or 3 challenges and still having the control to put the ball past the keeper. 1-0. And then 7 minutes later, a corner on the right taken by Aidan Sainsbury was half cleared out to George Webb. Webby hooked the ball over his shoulder back to Aidan, who advanced into the penalty area and struck a thunderous shot across the keeper into the far corner from about 16 yards. 2-0 Wimborne, and they were on fire at that time and could have added to it. But as the half wore on, you might have expected Fleet 2-0 down without a win since the 20th of August to let their heads drop, but not a bit of it. Full credit to them. They came back stronger than ever, scored that goal in 83 minutes and threatened right to the end. Overall, the quality of the goals meant that Wimborne deserved this win. After a first half that was scrappy to say the least, a first half hour even between 2 well-matched teams, without any chances really apart from a Sam Griffin shot that was pushed round the post. But then in the last 15 minutes of the first half, Wimborne began to get on top. Mark Gamble started to show his willingness to run and control the ball well. Jamie Davidson was unfit for this game, and Ian Oliver came back into the squad that lost 3-0 at Poole on Tuesday night. Billy Maybury dropping to the bench. Mark Kemble dropped to the bench as well, with George Webb coming back into the midfield. And as I said, it was a scrappy first half. But looking back on the game as a whole, Mark Gamble lit the blue touch paper with that great goal in 50 minutes. He was a star today, particularly in the second half. James Stockwell, excellent. The ball sticks to him when it goes near him. Sam Griffin, I thought, had a very good game. George Webb had a very good game, and the defence looked strong against a Fleet attack that didn't have much to offer apart from their captain Lamba, who looked good every time he got the ball. What's next for Wimborne? We make the long trip to Merthyr on Tuesday to play on their artificial turf. I think the players will be looking forward to that, if not the journey there and back. And then next Saturday we're at home again against Shortwood United, and we hope to see you here at Cuthbury for that one. I've got Steve Cuss with me today after the 2-1 win over Fleet Town. Steve, clearly you weren't happy with the last 2 results. You had words with the lads. Did they respond in the way you wanted?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when that happens, and it does happen from time to time, that those kind of results, you've got to win your next one. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was the most important thing today. It probably wasn't our fluent best, but we got the result, and that was the most important thing.
Scrappy first half, but I thought big turnaround after the break from both teams, actually. I thought it was a cracking second half of football.
Yeah, you can never underestimate anybody in this league. All the teams are capable of beating each other, and the fact that they're bottom of the league, shows they had some quality players, and they tested us at times with those players. But I thought we had the most quality, and that probably showed in the goals. Both goals were excellent finishes for us today, and was probably the difference between the two sides.
Well, Mark Gamble, that's what you get with quality, isn't it? He must have run 75 yards for that goal, holding off challenges and still having enough power to put it past the keeper.
He was clever from the start as well. We managed to get in front of the defender, and so many times if that defender just puts it back into our box, we're under pressure. But the clever part was that he got in front of his man, and once he felt him there and turned him, he was away in his pace. And the composure at the end, it was an outstanding finish and a great goal.
Not much to shout about in the first half, although I thought the last 15 minutes we played better. But James Stockwell, again, we've said it before, but when the ball goes near him, it sticks to him, and he brings team players into the game, doesn't he?
Yeah, we've got a way of playing, and we've got Mark that can run in behind and likes to be facing the goal, and I think James is the opposite of that, where we can hit him, he can hold it up for us, and then we can get the runners off of that. So again, James has done exceptionally well today, and he does a lot of work that we've talked about before, that maybe a lot of people don't see, but you know, he's a vital player for us.
I thought there was an awful lot of effort coming in from Wimborne, particularly in the second half. Obviously taking your words to heart. I've been a bit critical of Sam Griffin's final ball this season, but I thought he did really well in the second half. He played one particular good ball down the inside left channel there, and he looked a lot more thoughtful and careful about his delivery today.
Yeah, I've got a lot of time for Sam. I think he's a terrific football player, and like I've said in previous seasons, when players step up from the Wessex League, it's a big gap to fill. And he's a young player, and he's learning all the time. And I thought he had a real impact on today's game. So delighted with him. But overall, I think the effort the players put in was tremendous. And it's been a tough week. You have to take a bit of criticism, and that's hard to take for young players, particularly. But we came out today and we showed that we've got a little bit about us, and we dug in deep, particularly in that last 10 minutes.
Well, an easy midweek trip coming up, just a couple of miles down to Merthyr on Tuesday night. Any knocks, any problems for that game?
We don't know about Jamie Davison.
No.
He's not very well at the moment, so we'll see if he's fit enough to play. But we haven't got any injuries. It's just if we can get everybody out of work in time to get there. But it's one game now we can look forward to. A little bit different on an artificial pitch. Always a nice place to go and play, Merthyr. Always a good atmosphere. So we can go there with these 3 points in the bag now with a little bit of confidence.
Thanks for talking to us.
Okay, thanks, Kev.
Thanks.